Hello student, today we all are going to be learn about the Constitution of India, or we can say it is the Indian Constitution. I think you all know. We have looked at the Indian Constitution of the class in 7th, also in our book, our social and political life textbook. The Constitution be the very crucial about and how the Constitution got written and who wrote this. We will discuss in this chapter. So let's start this chapter with why does a country need a constitution? Today, the most country in the world have the constitution. Why all democratic countries are likely to have a constitution? It is important necessary that all countries have a constitution are democratic. The constitution serves several purposes. First, it lays down the certainties that form the basis of the kind of country that we as a citizens aspire to live in. Another, another way, the Constitution also tell us what the fundamental nature of our society and country is usually made up of the different community of the people who share the certain beliefs but may not necessary to agree on all issues. In 1934, Indian Constitution Indian Constitution, according to the Indian Constitution, the Indian National Congress made the demand for the Constituent Assembly during the Second World War. This assertion and the independent Constituent Assembly formed only the Indian gained momentum, and this was conveyed by in December 1946. I think you have seen the photo here, how the assembly is going on, how the member of that assembly is past participated. So free to shape the destiny of at last in 150 years of the British rule, he is a member of Constituent Assembly, approved this task and great idealism that the freedom struggle had helped produce. You will read the more about the work of the Constituent Assembly. It is later the chapter and photo. And alongside the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru addressing the Constituent Assembly. The situation in Nepal. Nepal was monarchy. The previous constitution of Nepal, which had been adopted in 1990, reflected the fact that the final authority rested with the king. A people's movement in Nepal fought for the several decades of establishment of the democracy. Finally, finally, they got the success in 2006 and putting an end to the power of the king. Now the people have a right a new constitution to establish Nepal as a democracy. Reason that they do not want to continue with the previous constitution is because it does not reflect the ideal of the country. So, or it is an example of the misuse of power. Suresh is a class monitor. He is a bully. His classmates are not fond of him. Mrs. Rao, the class teacher, has to leave the classroom as some urgent work. She asks Suresh to mind the class. Suresh started picking to on Anil. Ma'am, while were you away? The Anil kept talking loudly, disturbing the class. You would not listen to me. Take it. These are the reasons which is giving him the Anil. As you have Anil disturbing the class, the teacher said to him, "Write the 100 times. I will not disobey the class monitor. Ma'am, I do not this." It is just like that, Peter. Secondly, you have see here no, we will play cricket. Let's play basketball today. It's a change. We always have to do what the boys want because they are in majority. No, it is. I think it is unhealthy. Situation can occur in a democratic society also. Here the review of the both the example. Take a here the class monitor. Suresh bully wanted to make the occur in the innocent point. The teachers believe the class monitor. Constitution usually contains the rules that ensure that the minorities are not excluded from anything that is routinely available in constitution and principle. precisely and to prevent the tyranny of the majority. Another reason why we dominate by the majority of a minority. This can refer to the community dominating another. For example, inter-community domination and member of the community dominating other within the same community. That is, Finax, the what are the key features of our Indian Constitution? Indian Constitution. Okay, second here we are beginning in the beginning with the 20th century. The Indian national movement had to be active in the struggle for the independence for the British rule for the several decades. During the freedom struggle, the nationalists had devoted a great deal to the time managing and planning what the free India would be like to under the British rule. They had to be the forced to obey the rules that they had to very little role in the making of. There was an extraordinary sense the unity among the member of Constituent Assembly. Here, the above photo shows the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the prominent leader of Constituent Assembly. Have you seen that? He was the first deputy prime minister of India, and as well as the charge has also given the portfolio of home affairs to him also. The key feature of Indian Constitution, Baba Bhimrao Ambedkar, Heavy Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar, known as the father of Indian Constitution. Dr. Ambedkar believed that his participation in Constituent Assembly had the scheduled caste get some safeguards. Today you have heard the procedure of the reservation to provide them for their upliftment. It is there. It is urged the scheduled caste to join the government as well as the civil services also. The first feature we can see here is federalism. In simple words, federalism. This refers to the existence of more than the one level of the government in the country. In India, we have a government at the state level, at the center, Panchayati Raj, and is a third type. And in simple way, we have three types of the three tier of the government. First, central, second, state level, and third is Panchayati Raj system. If we are going to be divided in the Panchayati Raj system, we also have in the lower level we have a Gram Sabha, local level we have a Block Samiti, and at the Jila level we have a Jila Parishad. The vast number of the community in India means that the system of the government needed to be device that did not involve in any person sitting in the capital city of the New Delhi to making the decision for the every person. It is important have to a level of the government of the state so that the decision could be made for that particular area. While each state in India enjoys autonomy, exercising power on the certain issues, subject of the national concern, required that all these states follow the laws of the central government. Second, parliamentary form of government. It is also the important key feature of our government, or we can say the Indian Constitution. Take it. So here, the different types of the government that you just read about, the countries, the representative who are elected in the people. Constitution the guarantee the universal adult suffrage for all the citizens. When they were making the constitution, the members of the Constituent Assembly felt that the freedom struggle prepared in the masses for the universal adult suffrage that is would help encourage and democratic measures. Because this means that the people of India have the direct role to electing their representative. Every citizen of our country, irrespective of his or her social background, can also contest the election. These representatives are the accountable to the people. If we next the third point, the key feature, separation of power. According to the constitution, there are three organs of the government. I think you all are aware about it. First, there are legislature, executive, judiciary. Legislature refer to our elected representative. It is main function to prepare the law, to amend the law. The second, that is executive, is smaller group of the people who are responsible for implementing the laws and running the government. Third, the judiciary, which you, I think it is the most important organ of the government, which resolve the dispute and protect the fundamental rights. Refer to the system of the court in the country. We have a district court, we have a state level High Court, and the central level we have a Supreme Court. It is a complete chain of the judiciary. In order to, or it is here to prevent the misuse of power of any person or any branch of the government. Now, each organ acts as a check of the government, and this ensures the balance and power of between all three. Fiddle. That is the most important key feature of the Indian Constitution fundamental. The section of fundamental rights has often referred to the conscience of the Indian constitutional colonial rule had created a certain suspicion of the state in the mind of the nationalist, and they wanted to be ensured that the set of the written rights and would guard against the misuse of state power. Fundamental rights, therefore, protect the citizen against the attributes, absolutes, exercise the power of the state. Constitution also guarantees the right to the individual against the state as well as against the other individual. Okay, next, the key feature of, or I think you heard about the fundamental right from the Article 12 to 35. We all are going to be enjoy in an easy way. For next point, the key feature of the Indian Constitution. The various minority communities also express the need of the Constitution, include the right would protect their group. The Constitution therefore also guaranteed the right to the minority against the minorities against the majority. Ambedkar has raised about the fundamental right. Take a one fold and first object every person must be the position to claim those rights. Secondly, these rights must be binding upon the every authority that has got to power to me. So here we are going to be know about the six fundamental rights according to the fundamental rights of the Indian Constitution. First, right to equality. All persons are equal before the law. This means that all persons shall be equally protected by the law of the country. It also states that the citizen can be discriminated against on the basis of their caste, sex, religion, and other things. Every person has access to all the public places, including the playground, hotels, shops, and restaurants. The state cannot discriminate against anyone in the matter of employment also. And lastly, we can say in this right to equality, the practice of untouchability also has been abolished. Next, right to freedom. This includes the right to freedom of speech and expression, the right to form the association, right to move freely, reside anywhere in the part of the country, to take a practice any profession, occupation, business. Third, right against exploitation. The Constitution prohibits the human trafficking, forced labor, and employment of children under the age of the 14 years. The right to freedom of the religion. Religious freedom is provided to all citizens. Every person has a right to practice, profess, and propagate the religion of their choice. Culture fundamental rights. ठीक है ना? Here, the Constitution states that all the min- all cultural and education right. The Constitution states that all the minority religious and linguistic can set up their own educational institution in order to preserve and develop their own culture. At last, in the fundamental rights, the right to constitutional remedy. This allows citizens to move the court if they believe that any of their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. Secularism. It is the key feature of the Indian Constitution. Secular state is one which that does not have the officially promote any one religion as a state religion. You now understand the way of the which the country's history often determine the kind of the constitution that country adopt itself. Yeah, these are the things which is related to the secularism. And no religion is out there, and all are equal. All are treated equal. We have no our any official religion also. Okay, that is why it is important to us also. Here it is a glossary. Taken actively, ideal, polity, and other also better. Okay, thank you.